Norman, Lear-Geri, Jewell, thank you very much. Lifetime Achievement Award. I'm 52. Yeah, there was no audible gasp. Did you hear an audible gasp? No? When I said I'm 52, did anybody seem phased at all? No? I didn't think so. I don't even think Norman got his award, his Lifetime Achievement Award, until he was in his 80s, right? I mean, he had to really wait. This is all right. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind. So thank you. Thank you, Mark. Thank you very much. I should have seen this coming, because a couple years ago, I was cast as Mark Povinelli's father on a series by Scott Jenkinger. I mean, come on. We're like 7 years apart, you and I. And he doesn't even dye his hair, the bastard. And look at him. He's the silver fox. There he is, the silver fox. Mark Povinelli. Stand up, Mark. Now, I can do that joke because I converted to Judaism. I spent much of my Saturday, I pretty much spent every Saturday night of my childhood in the 70s watching All in the Family. And I got, you know, my life philosophies, I think, a lot from that show. And I really believe it guided my career path. These flawless performances by these four actors showed me the passion and humanness of both sides of an argument. And I saw these actors as messengers. I felt an innate desire to be one of these messengers, and I learned a couple of things from these four incredible people. And of course, Norman Lear's incredible work on that show. Much of the fight over this year has been over the Oscars So White campaign has been about ignorance. And I'm not going to lay all the numbers on this room because we all know them, but I think there was such an unexpected, blatant exclusion of people with disabilities by the media that it was shocking. I think it was shocking. It certainly was shocking to me, and it was shocking, I think, to a lot of people in this room when they were talking about diversity every day in every news outlet, and there was never any mention of people with disabilities. It only came from us. It came from us in the blogosphere, in tweets, and people writing op-eds, but it didn't come from the press, and not even NPR when they did an interview on a show that was supposedly groundbreaking in its diversity, and there was no mention of disability. In fact, there was a character on the show who was in a wheelchair, played by an able-bodied actor, but they just went on. And I'm like, really? NPR, really? You guys can't cover this either? So, as I said earlier, we got a big boost from that public mockery. And believe it or not, I think we really did. Because it seems that unless we get mocked and ignored in this way, we won't be represented. Because we have to step forward. People like Scott stepping forward, and Micah, and Born This Way stepping forward. And throughout the years of watching All in the Family, we see this relationship between Mike and Archie grow into one of understanding and love. These two particular messengers, Carol O'Connor and Rob Reiner, Archie and Meathead, showed me that those people whose ideas, there are people whose ideas we can hate, but we can also still love that person. And I think we have to call upon that this year. We have to call upon that idea that we might hate the idea, but we might still love the person. So just like in season 1, there's going to be a lot of yelling at first. There's going to be a lot of yelling and screaming at the beginning, but I really feel like we're on the cusp of something great here. I really feel like there's a shift happening. I don't know if you guys feel it. I feel it. I feel like there's a big shift going on. So I think it's upon us as the meatheads in this room to find our Archie and bring him around, right? And as Gandhi says, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win.